The crimson sun dipped below the jagged, rust-colored horizon of Xylos, painting the swirling dust clouds in hues of blood and fire. Above, the three moons of the planet, chipped and scarred like old teeth, offered a silent, judgmental gaze. On Xylos, the House of Kaelin hunkered down in their fortress, a monument carved from the very bones of the planet, waiting. Meanwhile, light years away, on the lush, verdant world of Ethelgard, the golden towers of the House of Valerius glittered under the binary stars. The air hummed with the life energy of the planet, a stark contrast to the desolate Xylos. Yet behind the beauty and prosperity, a cold calculation burned in the hearts of the Valerius. For generations, the Kaelin and the Valerius had been embroiled in a ceaseless, bitter conflict, a feud that spanned the vast gulf of space and the chasm of time. It started with a dispute over a rare mineral lumina found in the asteroid belt between their claimed territories. The Kaelin, pragmatic and hardened by their harsh homeworld, saw lumina as a source of power, a means to survival. The Valerius, idealistic and driven by progress, coveted it for its potential to fuel their grand techn. The initial diplomatic channels quickly fractured, replaced by skirmishes, raids, and eventually, all-out war. Now, millennia later, Lumina was a distant memory, lost in the mire of betrayal, revenge, and ingrained hatred. The original cause had been forgotten, twisted into a narrative of inherent superiority and righteous indignation by both sides. The Kaelin, led by the stoic and battle-scarred Anya Kaelin, the last of her direct bloodline. Their culture was built on resilience, discipline, and a deep connection to Xylos. They were masters of guerrilla warfare, utilizing the harsh terrain to their advantage. Their armor was crafted from the planet's own dense minerals, rendering them almost invisible against the red dust. Their technology was practical and brutal, focused on disrupting the Valerius advanced systems. Anya, haunted by the ghosts of her ancestors, was determined to break the cycle of violence, but knew that weakness would only lead to annihilation at the hands of the Valerius. The Valerius, commanded by the charismatic and cunning Lord Theron Valerius, a man who believed in progress above all else. Their society was one of enlightenment, art, and technological innovation. They saw themselves as the rightful inheritors of the galaxy, destined to bring order and advancement to the primitive worlds. Their weapons pulsed with refined energy, their warships soared through the cosmos, and their genetic engineering capabilities were unmatched. Theron, however, was a pragmatist. He understood the drain the war had put on Ethelgard's resources and knew a decisive victory was the only way to secure his legacy and the future of his house. The war had reached a stalemate. The superior technology of the Valerius was constantly hampered by the Kaelin's cunning tactics and intimate knowledge of Xylos. Each side waited, poised to strike, for an opportunity to finally crush their ancient enemy. One day, a mysterious transmission, originating from a long-abandoned research station on a neutral moon, reached both Anya and Theron. The message contained fragmented data pointing to a hidden power source, one far greater than Lumina, located deep within the core of Xylos. This power, if harnessed, could irrevocably shift the balance of power and end the war for good. Suddenly, the conflict was no longer just about survival or revenge, it was about ultimate power. Anya and Theron, driven by their respective desires for peace or domination, made a calculated decision: to send their forces to Xylos one last time to claim what they believed was rightfully theirs. The final battle was about to begin, and the fate of both houses and perhaps the galaxy hung in the balance. Would they finally break the cycle of hatred, or would they drag each other down into the fiery abyss of their ancient feud? The answer lay buried within the heart of a dying planet, waiting to be unearthed.